Yes, guys, welcome to our today's class. This is our final CCNA class. Uh, yeah, so not final CCNA class, but the final CCNA practical. So we are going to do our final lab where we are going to make it a bit hard in order for you guys to have a better understanding. So without wasting our time, remember to register. How you gonna register? Remember to use my email address and my password, right? No, my email address and my WhatsApp number. And this training, it's only for 10 days. Wherever you are, you can contact me and you can have like access to the platform, right? Okay, let's start. So what we are going to do, guys, today, we are going to try and drop like some two computers here and some other two here and maybe one here. Maybe they're in different floors. And yeah, what else? Maybe there's a switch there. There's another switch here. And what I can do, okay, let's just do this. Okay, and you can run your cable. You connect, right? Okay. You do the same like here also, right? And you can have a router like here, like two routers, right? So, and you can connect your switches to routers. Okay, we can take this one and maybe we can take this one. Now for you to connect those two routers, you need a crossover because they're the same devices. You click on fast Ethernet, you click on fast the Ethernet, all right? Yes. So what we're gonna do again, okay, let's separate to have some colors. You click on fill, which color we can have. I like the most this one. Okay, let's say we are here and we can pick another color. Okay. And we are here. And we can take another one, maybe this one, and we are here. Yes, okay. So this one, maybe it's building A, and this one is building B, but for the same company. And the IP address for this network, we're gonna give it, it's gonna be 192.168.1.2. This one, no, like here it's gonna be 192.168.2.0. It's just the IP we're gonna use. Okay. Let me change also there. Maybe I can put 0 here. Okay. And the IP here, so it's gonna be 192.168.3.0. All right. So you can see there are three different like networks. One network for these guys here on this building, one network for these guys here, like on their building. And remember, when you connect two routers, you have another network, right? So the connection of two routers creates another network, and their network is 192.168.3.0, the IP address to identify this network. Remember, every network will have like, its own like IP. So yes, we can have a printer here. Maybe there's a printer also there. And you run the cable from the printer to the switch. Now, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna assign the IPs to those ones, like here. We can do them like manually. 192.168.1.2 subnet mask. You come there, desktop IP 192.168.1.3. You do the same here. 192.168.1.4. You do the same there. 192.168.1. Maybe 5. Yes. And when you are done, you can test the connectivity. Ping 192.168.1.3 maybe. You can see that there is like communication packet sent for, received for, lost 0. Now we can come like this particular site, desktop IP 192.168.2, it's .2 maybe. You do the same, you come here, configure fast Ethernet 192.168.2.3, and you come also there, you do the same, 192.168.2.4. And when you are done now, you can test the connectivity. You can ping 192.168.2.2 maybe. So you can ping one of the computer from the network. You can see that the connectivity, it's okay, right? Now you can see the red part. Why it's showing red? It's showing red because routers normally ports are off. So if you have a router, ports from the router, they are always off, right? So what we're gonna do, we need to go to every router, bring the ports up. We need to activate the port. So I want to use the console cable. I'll just click on the router. You go to CLI, and you say no, right? And you're gonna say the enable, enter, configure terminal. You press enter, right? But see, guys, sometimes for you to see the name of those ports, you must go to options, you go to preferences. There's a place where, yeah, allows show ports labels. You click there. So it will show you the ports, right? So what we're gonna do, we bring this FA0/0 and FA0/1, we bring them up because they are off. That way it's showing red, means that these guys, these computers cannot talk to the router because this one's still like off. We must bring it on. So you click there. So you're gonna say how to bring it on. You just say interface. So you call it by its name, FA0/0, right? So interface 0/0. I don't know what, FA 0/0, and you're gonna press enter. So how to make it up? You say no shutdown, no shutdown, and you press enter. By saying no shutdown, the port will be up. You say no shutdown, you press enter. So the ports will come up, right? So, and you're gonna see even here, you see it's gonna be green. So we're gonna do the same with this one. We're gonna bring also this one up, this FA 0/1. But you have to exit because you are under this interface. You can exit. You exit first, and you say interface FA 0/1, no shutdown, right? And when you are done, you see that it's gonna still be red. Why? Because this one here still down. You must bring also this one up. You click here, you go to CLI. What is name? It's 0/1. You say no, and you press enter. Enable. I configure terminal. Press enter. The interface is FA 0/1. Oh, I type it wrong there. The interface FA 0/1, no shutdown. You press enter. Oh, no shutdown. I'm typing it with mistake. No shutdown. You press enter and enter again. You can see that now it's showing green, right? Now we're gonna bring also this one up. You click there. You exit first, and you type the interface FA 0/0. You press enter. No shutdown, right? Yes. So you can see now, guys, you have to try to check. So if this computer or this computer can talk to the router, right? But remember, there is no IP here, right? For them to talk, you need an IP here. So you must go under this interface. You need to give it an IP address. But remember, this one, this network is this one. So it's gonna be this IP here. So this, the IP you're gonna give here must belong to this network, must be in the range of this network. So you click there, you're gonna say, you exit first, you repeat again, the interface first internet 0/0. So we're gonna give it now like an IP address, like IP address 192.168.1.1. Remember, there is always a like a subnet mask 255.255.255.0, and you press enter, right? And you exit if you want. So you assign an IP address to this one, right? Now you're gonna try to ping. You go to command prompt. You're gonna say, okay, let me check if my computer can talk to this one. Ping 192.168.1.1. Normally, it won't gonna work, and I will tell you why. You press enter, right? But it worked. So you're gonna see that this computer was able to talk to this one, right? But sometimes it won't gonna work. Why it won't gonna work? Because remember, this is like a default gateway. Sometimes you must go to every port, like here, you give it here. right? So you have to precise the default gateway from here. Most of the time, you have to precise it here, right? But because they're in the same range, sometimes it worked. But most of the time, you need to check the default gateway. This computer must have a default gateway, right? Okay, let's give them a default gateway. So the default gateway we are giving to every computer will be the IP address of what? Of this one. So it's gonna be 192.168.1.1. So what does it mean? So when you have a router, every computer must know the IP address of the router. This is what we call a default gateway. So if you have a wireless access point, every device must know the IP address of the wireless access point router, right? So we're gonna give it to every device like here. But every device must have, right? Yes. So because they know the default gateway, we're gonna use them like in order to connect this building and this building, right? But if this computer, most of them or all of them don't know about this default gateway, means that they can communicate between them locally, but they cannot talk to other computers like outside their network. So for these guys to talk to this one, the default gateway must be given. So we're gonna do the same. First, we must give it to this port here, like an IP address. Remember, it's this network because we are here. You click there. You just press like enter. You exit first. So which like interface 0, FA 0/0. You press enter. Like IP address 192.168. Remember, we are here. This is the network IP 2.1, and you can carry on by the subnet mask. .0, and you're gonna press like enter, and we can exit, right? Yes, guys. Now we need now to give like all the computers the default gateway. It's, oh, I made a mistake. I give it 1, but it should be 2. But I will check. Oh, yeah. There maybe it's 1 or so. Let me check what I gave here. Okay, still 1. Okay, yeah, there's no need for that. Okay, let me check first. The IP. Okay, no, it's 2.1. It's correct. Now, guys, I will try. This guy can try to talk to this computer, right? Let's try. So if one computer from this building can talk to this computer to another building, what does it mean? Maybe this guy wanna send an email to this one. Maybe this guy wanna print, right? First, we need to ping in order for us to make sure that the two guys can talk, right? Maybe it's ping 192.168.2.2, and you press like enter, all right? So when you try to communicate between those two buildings, you can see that there is a reply, but the reply from who? The reply from this router here, this IP address. So this router will tell you that I don't know how to reach other networks. You need to teach me, right? So there is no way your message can move like around. There's no way your message can jump these routers and go to other networks, because you didn't teach this router how to talk to other networks. We're gonna do it later on. So the same, you can come here, you can try to do the same. .1 dot maybe 3. You can see that there is a reply here. There's a reply from this other router. The router will tell you, hey, why? Hey, man, you don't know what? I don't know how to reach other networks. You need to teach me. So now, guys, this is most for CCNA 2. Don't worry, just a big lab for our last exercise. So what we're going to do now, we need to make those two routers talk first, and we need to teach them how to communicate. This is what we call routing protocols. We need to configure a routing protocol in order for routers to talk, right? So if they can talk, what does it mean? It means these two buildings can communicate. First, we're gonna give this one an IP address, this port, and this port an IP address from those two routers. Remember, their network is 192.168.3.0. So you go to your first router, like the interface 0/0. No, it's 0/1. You press enter. You're gonna give it an IP address, but remember, IP address 192.168.3.1, following by a subnet mask .0, and you press like enter, and you're gonna say no shutdown. You say enter, and you can exit. You do the same here. We're gonna give to this one, but remember, this is their network IP. Interface FA0/1. I think it's the correct one. Yes. You press enter. The IP address 192.168.3.2 to 55.0, right? And you exit, right? Now, after giving them the IPs, you need now to configure a routing protocol. There are some protocols that knows how to connect routers, right? So guys, when you have routers, you need the routing protocols. You need like algorithm to connect those routers. The one we're gonna use like today, it's called RIP. So we're gonna configure router RIP. So you come here, like you go to your first router, you're gonna say, so you're gonna teach this router how to reach other networks by configuring a routing protocol. That protocol, we call it RIP, right? So you just say router RIP. Now you're gonna precise two networks, because this router has two networks. This one, this network and this network. So you're gonna say network 192.168.1.0. You press enter, and you're gonna say the .3, and you press enter. You can exit. You do the same, like here. You configure the same. Remember, we have two networks, this one and this one. So we're gonna put them here, this network and this network. So we're gonna say router RIP network 192.168.3.2 0, you press enter, network again, .2, and you press enter, right? And you can exit. Now we're gonna check, so if this computer can talk to this one, right? You go to this computer, you go to command prompt. Now we're gonna try to ping again. Yes, you can see that there is a communication. Those two buildings can talk. So the same things, you can come here. So you try to, if this computer can talk to this one, you go to command prompt, you do the same, right? Yeah, so first one, it was a request, the time out, but it's now working, and you can repeat again, you see it's working, right? So means you are done. You could connect those two buildings. The most important part, guys, what you need to understand, don't worry about the routing protocols, because you're going to learn them and you're going to die with them. You're going to master them properly, because from CCNA 2 and 3, it's always most about routing protocols, right? Routing protocols makes a difference between senior network engineers and junior network engineers. Senior knows about routing protocols. There are people who are writing PhD on routing protocols, right? So basically what you need to do, so when you are dealing with routers, you need a routing protocols. And the protocol that we used like today, it's what we called RIP. And those are the steps for you to configure RIP. You just say router space RIP network, and you punch your IPs, right? But don't worry for now, right? Now, we're gonna use some of the show command that we've used yesterday, just for us to check some of the things. Let me open Essential Windows. Yeah. So we're gonna use some of the show commands just for testing some of the things, right? So let's say you are in this router, you wanna know what are the networks, what are the devices that are connected to this router. You just go to your router, you can exit, right? And you need to enable CDP, the command for checking your neighbor devices, but by default it's already there. Okay, let's say show CDP neighbors. I don't know what to write. Show CDP neighbors. Yeah, you can press like enter. Yes, so when you type show CDP neighbors, you're gonna see here, right? This command will tell you like on this router, you have like a switch that's connected and you have another router. See it here. So when you type show CDP neighbor, remember, it's gonna show you how many devices you have. You see that you have one switch and you have one router. And that particular switch, this switch, right? So it's connected using which port, right? You can see it what? Fast 0/0. This is the local port, right? You can see this one. Yeah, where am I? Okay. And you can see that your router is connected using this one, right? You can see it here. So there's another router here that is connected using this port. And you can see here the capability, it's S means a switch, like R it's a router, and which model or platform, there's a 2950 series, there's a C 1841. And what are their ports? It's fast Ethernet 0/5 and fast Ethernet 0/1, right? Like the port, the ID, their own port, right? Local port, it's your port from your router, and right. So I want you just to show you how the CDP works. And remember, there's another key. The command, you can say show interfaces, just to view your interfaces. You can say like there is fast Ethernet 0/0. You can see it's up. So it's connected and it's up. Line protocol is up means there is an IP address like on that particular port. When you press again, enter again, you can see there is another like port. So it's up, it's connected, and the IP address is given. All right. So you can go to the documents, the one that I gave like to you related uh, to show a comment, right? Those who are using the new version of Packet Tracer, guys, what is it? Yeah, this one, right? So if you want to do some of the drawings, you can just come there, right? Remember, it's the same things, right? And maybe if you want to change another color, you do the same. Remember, if you want to put some notes, you can just come there on top. You can write whatever you like, right? So if you want to drag and drop something, you just click there and you can move it around and so on, right? And if you want to cancel, you can come there and you cancel whatever you don't like, right? You can cancel whatever you don't like. The same as like here. So if you don't like something, you can go here. And from here, remember, you can do also like options. You go to preferences, you change whatever that you like, especially you can allow the ports to be shown, and you can go to fonts, you can send, you can change some of the things here, right? So it depends to your configurations, right? So guys, basically this is one of the lab that I want you to practice, and I will be sending another document today later. Thank you very much. Remember, if you're not registered yet, to contact me via WhatsApp or via my email address.